You got a lot of washing to do.
Hey, good morning. I'm Dan, back here at Carpenters, Baby Boomers Can Do, and welcome back, Jane. Now, Jane's going to tell you what all's going on today.
Well, we have a lot to do today, painting-wise. The ceiling, you can see, is like chocolate brown. So I'm going to put Kills on that first to seal up that dark brown, along with the post, anything that's dark brown. And then I'm going to paint it as kind of a robin's egg blue, which will be beautiful. And then the posts and the cabinet will get painted as sort of a khaki color. So that'll look really, really nice. But first I have to inspect his caulking that he did yesterday to make sure he did it correctly. And while I'm starting the post, he's going to be cleaning off the ceiling where they sort of made a little mess.
All right, so after that, what happened is the guy was cutting out for the trench. It's splattered. The machine is splattered, so it's up on the ceiling. So I got to get that up. But anyway, then I'm going to address the situation in their garage where there's a handicap ramp that's in the way. So I'm going to cut it off so the lady at the house can, instead of having to try to get to the end of the handicap and come up, she'll just have a step right there. So that's what I'm doing. So enough of this jawing. It's time to go to work. So the first thing that Jane's doing, she's going along and sanding the way she wants it to be sanded. All right, and so I've got to start on this area right here with sponges. But first, I got to lay down the plastic. So I got to just wipe this down. That happened when we were trenching. The guy was trenching, and spray was going everywhere. So that, we could put down this drain for them. It's not really a French drain, it's just a drain. So Jane is doing two things. She's caulking and taking her putty knife and smoothing it out. Now I've gone over, we did have some naked wood, and then she's going to paint all the other naked wood. I've got to move around to the garage and start correcting the old handicap ramp so it's more accessible to the lady of the house. Now what I'm in the process of doing is I'm going to be removing, let's bring this down a little bit more, the handicap ramp to this point right here. So what I'm doing now is removing this side strip for the wheelchair, and then see if we get a hold of this plywood and just cut those off. They use those Capcom like we have used around to put the TV cabinet up. So here we go. temporary step since I can return. With some treated material and build it right. So I'm just making it temporary. Just extending it so it's a little wider. Alright. Now I've got some treated material at the house that I'll use to rebuild this. But anyway, so this, I'm just putting these little pieces of extensions. Alright. Think of this as a model. So this is just a temporary step so the lady house can go in and out. And then I'm going to return on another day with some treated material that I have in the backyard, and I'm going to rebuild it. So it's designed off of this. So the next one I build will be designed off of this. Right? So temporary right now. So I got the little steps completed, and again, they're just a model. They're temporary. I'll rebuild them when we return another day, but this is where Jane has gotten to.
Good job.
It's been a job.
It's a job.
So this is the ceiling, all right, and I think I'm going to eat something and help her with the post. I can do a brush, paintbrush. That's what I'm trying to say. Paintbrush. I can do one.
You can do a paintbrush?
So I can do it to help with the naked wood that's still left on these poles. Because they're talking about a storm tonight. So, and now I got to take that thing down pretty soon because the wind has gotten tough. When I do extensive camera work, I'm accused of Jane doing all the work. So,
Of course, I do.
So I'm now going to help paint the nakedness of these poles. Backyard carpenter Jane was so anxious to get a hold of the cabinet that she abandoned the priming. Look at that, just abandoned it. Right? Yeah, so she's so anxious to get a hold. So I went, wait a minute, that pole ain't primed. That ain't primed. So
You needed something to do.
So actually, I'm supposed to be working on painting the post, but I'll do the priming. All right. We're both tried this new energy drink, and I think it's working for her better than it is me.
I only took us.
And remind me, Jane, when we get home, I got to put the anti-vibration back on the camera. As I swing on the day bed outside, you can see where Jane is. So I'm relaxing while she does all the work.
That's usually how it is.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm Ben, Backyard Carpenter.
I'm Jane. Better than we can do.
Yes and we're going to take a break one day and be back the next day to finish all this. And I'm going to be working with a new device that I found from Wagner Paints. But anyway, y'all have a great evening, and we'll be talking at you later.
See ya.